Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.
This is AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Just apologising to everyone about interviewing them today. Obviously, we're just 24 hours away from fight night, but a bit of commotion yesterday. Liam, I was supposed to come here and interview you, but couldn't. I won't go into huge detail. You're just telling me off camera. Obviously, you tucked into some nice bit of food after your weigh-in, refueled, etc. A bit of a disturbing story as well. Do you want to share?
Yeah. So, no, do you know what? I'm going to leave. I might tell the story at the end. But I don't know.
That's fair enough.
Because I might lose a couple of fans of that stuff, you know.
I don't think it was that bad, but...
It's funny, but not everybody would find it funny, you know.
Take on Andrew Robinson tomorrow night. Been speaking to Dom about him today. You know, 30, 36, I think, years old. Experienced fighter. He's your mandatory. What do you know about him?
Obviously, just the obvious, like what you just said there. But so we've got that. Just taking a look at some of his videos and that. Do you know what I mean? And I know quite minimal about him, really. But just, you know, I know the kind of way he fights. He's gutsy. He's quite unorthodox in the way he does things, because it sounds stupid, but to watch, I think he's crap, to be totally honest with you. But that makes crap fighters sometimes end up good, because a good fighter can't read him. Does that make sense to you? So he's unorthodox, and I think he's just going to bring awkwardness to the table and could make it a little bit tricky for me, but I'm pretty sure we will work him out and pin him down.
Were you surprised on Wednesday? I mean, there's been respectful, and he was very, very respectful, or almost too much.
Yeah, it's almost as if he's trying to butter me up and then trying to be my bestie and trying to make me take my eye off the ball. But I was talking about it, and so this is the example I used. Yeah, my missus. She bigs me up and, you know, gives me loads of compliments and stuff all the time, but it doesn't stop me from smashing her, does it? Do you know what I'm saying? So the same is going to happen to Andrew Robinson. He's going to get smashed.
Oh, Liam, that's one of the best lines I've ever heard on camera. That was superb. That, of course, everyone will be talking about what's next for you. That is just how boxing works. You believe this is your last fight at British level?
Yeah, I believe so. And I hope so, really, to be honest with you, because obviously I'm in a position now where I feel like I need to push on, where I've been a little bit restricted for this one, obviously, which is it's no fault of anyone's, but it's just the way it all turned out, and hopefully after this we get the Andrade fight made.
Do you believe he'll vacate?
Yeah, I don't really know. I think he's gonna, but we'll see.
What did you think of Eddie Hearn coming out and saying we're looking to make that Andrade Charlo fight next?
I think he's a bit of an idiot for saying that, really, because, and I feel like I deserve more respect. They're either gonna fight me, or then they need to decide and like give up the title and move on. But you know, it is what it is. Boxing's full of twists and turns, isn't it? And you never really know what's going to happen next, so just take it as it comes, be prepared. And yeah, just be ready for whatever comes.
Do you care if it's Andrade?
No, I'm honestly not asked. I just want my opportunity, and I know when that presents itself, then I'll become champion.
I mean, I feel like your profile has risen. Obviously, that's due to at middleweight, your performances have got much better. You're blasting people out. You're good to watch on TV, but you are relentless on social media, and that's how you've got to be as a fighter. You put your name in the hat with the likes of Andrade, who you're mandatory for, but Jaime Munguia, who's a massive name, Charlo's a massive name. You've been calling for these fights. Do you feel like now you're starting to get the recognition you deserve?
Yeah, I would say I'm just about starting to get the recognition, but the best is yet to come. I know I've been vocal on that on social media, but every single thing I say on there or I've said in the past, I mean it, and I'm willing to back it up. I'm willing to fight any one of these middleweights, light middleweights, even super middleweights. Just give me a big fight and I'll take it.
What do you think of Charlo's win against Derevyanchenko the other night?
I think on paper it's a decent win because everybody knows Derevyanchenko's I wouldn't say decent. He's a very decent. He's a good fighter. I don't know. I don't know if he looked himself though. I don't really think that he wasn't really on the ball last week. I didn't think he looked good at all. But maybe Charlo deserves credit for not allowing him to be his usual self, or maybe he just wasn't. But either way, I didn't really think he looked very good. Charlo just done what he needed to do to win. He stuck to the basics and a decent game plan.
Being honest, he's a big star in America, and you're not mandatory or anything like that like you are for Andrade. So I'd say probably that's the most unrealistic one. You are mandatory for Demetrius, so that is a realistic fight, and also the one with Munguia is another realistic. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Yeah, 100%. I don't believe someone like Charlo is gonna go out of his way to give me a voluntary defence.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I was him, I probably wouldn't either because it's a dangerous fight for him. Unfortunately, that's just the way boxing is. People can swerve certain fights. But yeah, again, that's what I said earlier. Just prepare for the worst and hope for the best. So just be ready when the opportunities come.
Full focus on tomorrow night, of course, but this is so close now, that mega fight, and potentially taking you to another level if you were to beat an Andrade, a Munguia, etc. It's so close now, it's in touching distance.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Can't afford for any slip-ups now. I'm more than ready to take that next step and really kick on and fight the big names in the division, or as I said just now, like surrounding divisions, lighter or heavier. For me, it's obviously a must-win fight, and I just can't have any slip-ups. I'm gonna go through them like a hot curry.
Did you see Fox's comments? Obviously, a common opponent of yourself and Demetrius Andrade. Did you see his comments?
I seen a post on Twitter at some point earlier, saying that he thought I would. I think he said that he thinks I've got the beating of him or something along those lines, which is it's good to know. His opinion doesn't really matter to me, but it's still nice to see and hear. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, no one's really should matter, only yourself. But when you're looking at assessing a fight, there's no one really better to get that off of someone who's fought both of you.
Yeah, exactly. They've obviously got a good gauge of how they felt in the ring with you, what you can do good, what you can do bad, and for him to say yes, it's nice to hear, and I agree. I fully think I can beat him.
You got anything to say to Chris Eubank Jr?
Just grow up here, bollocks, and start taking tidy fights. Let's start with me. Let's go.
What do you think about his career so far since he's gone to PBC and based himself out in America?
He's doing alright, and he's like Chris Eubank's been a good fighter for a long time. He's been fighting at a good level for some time now, and I just don't think he's going to change a massive amount because he seems to be very stuck in his ways, very stubborn. Him and his dad, and they dance to their own tunes. So I don't think you're going to see a great deal of change in him. He could have Roy Jones Jr. He could have Dominic Ingle. He could have Mayweather Senior. It doesn't matter. He's one of them fighters they might change little things about him, but he's quite stuck in his ways.
Do you think you'll ever take that fight with yourself?
When I go and beat Andrade or whoever it may be for the title, then I'm pretty sure that he's going to come chirping back up. And he, at the moment he's dismissing me, but when I've got a title, he's going to be up for any.
He did respond to you. I know this was a while ago on social media, though, didn't he?
Yeah, but it was nothing when it was all bullshit when I saw. I don't know, and again, like the situation I said with Charlo, Eubank's got other big fights which he could make happen. I don't really blame him for not wanting to fight me because it's dangerous for him, and it's boxing, and people swerve a lot of fights that they think are dangerous from.
But once hopefully you do bag a world title, in your opinion, when you do bag a world title, then they'll have to come to you. So
100%, yeah. And yeah, I believe we'll come to some sort of agreement with mostly everyone. The big names. I'm pretty sure that once you've got a title, they're all going to have some kind of interest in it.
Nice to be sharing a bill with Willie Hutchinson tomorrow night as well.
Excuse me.
Right.
Yeah, very good. Very happy to have Willie on the bill. He's me and Willie are very close. He obviously lived with me for a little bit. I acted his father for maybe 18 months, and yeah, he's great to be around. He's great to have you all week this week. Always brings good vibes to the party. Do you know what I mean? So it's good.
Well, listen, I'm not going to drag this out. It's 24 hours till you'll be getting in that ring roughly. Live on BT Sport tomorrow night. Tune in. Liam, best of luck against Andrew Robinson. Hopefully you get this world title sooner rather than later, okay?
100%, mate. Yeah, thank you very much for your time as well.
God bless. Thank you.
Good man.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.